Okay, it's nice and windy. Let's see how this works out today. I'm giving you guys a little advice for you who'd like to start your own business. Maybe you're tired of working for other people. I don't know your situation. Me, myself, I was working at a car lot fixing cars, getting ripped off here and there, but I put up with it. It was a job. There's nothing wrong with working for other people. I started off with a tool set like this. You buy this set over at Sears. It costs about $250. It's got half-inch, 3/8, and quarter-inch, and ratchet wrenches. Not a bad set. I was able to do pretty much anything I needed to do. They were always impressed with how I did things down there. Well, I started taking jobs on the side, and I started finding myself being too busy to work at the car lot. I was getting lots and lots of side jobs, and I could charge less but still make more because I had no overhead. Well, I kept doing that for a while, making more and more money, and then I'd make excuses why I couldn't show up to work. And I'm sure they knew what was going on. Well, I finally got tired of it, and I quit my job. I took the risk. I'm not telling you guys to do that because it is risky, but I would rely on the customers I got. And then when I would be slow, I would go down to AutoZone and I would sit in the parking lot and just wait for somebody that looked like they were having trouble, and I'd offer my services. And I did that for quite a while. It worked out really good. Made plenty of money. Well, I started bringing more and more cars back to the house. And I found myself busy all the time. I was doing great. You do good work, one customer tells another customer. It worked out great. And this went on for months. Of course, sooner or later, you're going to get a neighbor, somebody jealous. They didn't like seeing me being successful, so they turned me in for fixing cars at my house, which is actually against the law. You need to have a business license. So, they did this, and it worked out in my favor. I showed them. I went down, applied for a business license, cost me $100, got a business license. After that initial $100, it only cost you like, I don't know, $30 a year after that to keep your license. I mean, it worked out really good. So now I got a license. I was driving around in a little pickup. No advertisement, just going strictly by word of mouth. Went to Staples, had business cards made up. This went on for a number of years, and I've worked out of minivans. I worked out of any kind of car you can imagine. I started off with that little tool set, started buying more tools. Now, I'm not telling you should go out and buy a lot of tools all at once. The best bet is on specialty tools, especially. I would suggest buying them as you need them. Every time you need a tool, go buy it. I had the Matco truck stopping by my house just to give you guys an idea. And I started off with just that little set I showed you. There's my engine hoist. Those are those large semi-jack stands. I got compressors. That's just a big jumble of mess, but I got lights. I can work in the dark. And here, I got fuel pressure testers, electric ratchets, coolant pressurizers, microscopic cameras to go inside cylinder heads. I can put it through a spark plug hole, look up inside there. I got all power tools. That's a 1,200 foot-pound Matco Impact. I got block testers, heat guns. I even got a complete set of Ryobi 3/8 drive Impact. I mean, all this stuff I bought just as I needed it. At this point, I got at least 20 to 30,000 in tools just on my truck. But I showed you what I started with. I started with almost nothing. I mean, working out of little cars, minivans, pickups, Toyota truck with the camper. But you got to believe in yourself and just take that risk. I mean, I never dreamed I would have my own business, my own license. I was always worried to try it. But then, as I said, I just took that risk and stopped being scared, and I mean, it worked out great. And I had nobody's help except maybe my family's, and not with money either. Never needed to borrow money. The business paid for itself, completely self-supporting. And as I said, this thing is literally packed. I never thought I'd have this much stuff. I've worked out of vans. I even had a UPS van, big step van. I used it for a while, and I'll tell you what, it didn't work out as good as this. You had to go in and out of the van. It was a big pain in the butt. You open this up, and it's just like a big rollaway. It's way handier. I would always suggest just going with a utility truck like this if you can. This one here has the 6.5 turbo diesel. I think I paid $2,500 for it. I put a starter in it, fuel pump, just the supply pump, not the injector pump, an alternator, and batteries. I put a little bit of money into it, but not much. Thing runs like a champ. Never have an issue with it. Thing always starts, always drives. Probably gets 18 miles to the gallon. Either way, I'm not here just to show you everything I got, but I am actually proud of it. So I am showing off a little bit. But all I'm telling you is, especially in times like this, COVID-19, times they're scary, and a lot of people are getting laid off. I'm going to let you know, a mechanic never gets laid off. Everybody's got to drive. So all I'm telling you is believe in yourself. If you're in the position to do it, take that risk. Start your own business. It's easy to do. I mean, you got to be willing to put in the work. But, if you got a job, keep your job and just put your toes in the water. Start fixing cars on the side. I mean, hopefully you're somewhat mechanically inclined. I'm not saying this is for everybody. But, do oil changes. Do whatever it takes. Start doing side work. Make a little money here and there. And just work your way up. Because, I live a pretty comfortable life. I don't work all that hard. I know a lot of people that have to work a lot harder than I do for less money. So I would definitely recommend this for anybody who's mechanically inclined and working for somebody else. Just, put your toes in the water, but don't be afraid to take the risk. Don't be afraid at all. I mean, just like with what's going on in the world, you don't even know if you're going to have a job tomorrow anyways. So either way, if you do decide to take my advice, let me know. Leave a comment. Just try it. Follow your dreams. Good luck.